In 1840, one man transformed travel in Britain. His name was George Bradshaw, and his railway guides inspired the Victorians to take to the tracks. Stop by stop, he told them where to travel, what to see, and where to stay. Now 180 years later, I'm making a series of journeys across the length and breadth of the country to see what of Bradshaw's Britain remains. We're at Shadwell, right? Shadwell Overground is just down there. They are two separate stations, but they have the same name, and they're literally across the road from each other. We will show you this at the end of the episode. Our goal is to get between Shadwell DLR and Shadwell Overground only using trains. You know what that means? It's time for a pointless journey. Our journey starts at Shadwell DLR, where we take the DLR to Custom House. From here we take the Crossrail to Abbey Wood, where we switch onto the Southeastern Loop Line to London Bridge. From here we take a train down the Southeastern Main Line to Hastings. Now we switch on to a southern service to Hampton Park, where we take a train to Lewes. From Lewes we take a train to Brighton and board a Portsmouth-bound service, getting off at Havant. From there we take a South Western Railway service to Clapham Junction, where we get the London Overground to Shadwell London Overground, which ironically is underground. Bradshaw says, the recognised salubrity and mildness of the air, together with the openness of the coast and the smoothness of the beach, have long made Hastings a favourite and recommended resort. The shore is not abrupt, and the water almost always limpid, and that of the beautiful sea-green hue so inviting to bathers. The constant surging of the waves, first breaking against the reefs and next dashing over the sloping shingle, is not unwelcome music at midnight to the ears of those who sleep in the vicinity of the shore. The castle of Hastings, for a time the favourite residence of the conqueror, has remained a mass of magnificent ruins and towers, bastions, and ancient avils, forming an object truly picturesque, as seen from any point of view, but looking even grander in their sombre desolation, meeting the eye of the pedestrian when ascending the eminence leading to the Fairlight Downs. The entire area of the prospect by both land and water cannot be less than 300 miles. Among many minor objects visible may be enumerated 10 towns, 66 churches, 5 ancient castles, 3 bays, and 40 windmills. The best time for seeing it is the afternoon, where the setting sun lights up the old town of Hastings in the foreground and brings into a strong shadow the opposite coast of France. Upon favourable atmospheric influences, it is indeed a view never to be forgotten. As there is no entry for Hampton Park that I can find, I will read the closest large settlement. Bradshaw says Eastbourne has within a few years become very fashionable as a watering place. The bathing is very good and a number of machines are employed. It also has the advantage of mineral springs, the waters of which are said to resemble those of Clifton. A theatre, a ballroom, a library and reading rooms are the principal attractions of the town. Eastbourne town lies about 1.5 miles from the beach or sea houses, the actual watering place of the town. Bradshaw says Lewes is a borough town in the county of Sussex and one of the largest and most important in the whole county. It stands on the banks of the River Owls, about 7 miles from the sea coast. Lewes is a place of great antiquity, and the vestiges and walls and entrenchments still remaining to prove how strong the fortifications must have been. It has been the witness of many a scene in English history, has been the place of kings, and the prison of their captors. In the vale beneath the castle mound are the remains of the rich priory of St. Pancras and the daughter of the Conqueror, who were buried here. Bradshaw says on Havant that in this vicinity is Belmont Castle, Woodlands, Stansted House, formerly the seat of the Earl of Halifax, Lee Park, and is of some importance as a watering place. The place itself, however, is a flat pasture tract, possessing no particular feature or beauty. We are now on our way to Clapham Junction. As you know, we visited this station on a multitude of occasions, so reading the Bradshaw's entry for this is ultimately fruitless, so I'm going to take the opportunity to summarise the journey as a whole. Overall, trains were comfortable, for the most part, and connections were made, if only by the skin of our teeth on a few occasions. Unfortunately, the weather did not serve to impress. Though it was really nice travelling in some old Class 313 PEP units. These units were a massive part of my childhood, and getting to ride on them again was absolutely amazing. Unfortunately, this episode was filmed a few months ago, and the Class 313s have now been retired after 47 years of service. I did, however, attend the final day of the Class 313s, and a video on it will be uploaded soon, so stay tuned for that. Another thing is, I've just set up a Patreon, and although I hate to draw money from people, these journeys are big and expansive and I absolutely love doing them, but they're expensive. and as they're all personally funded, it's becoming harder and harder to do these journeys on a regular basis. So if you want to help out to keep this content uploading, please consider signing up for the Patreon via the link in the description. For as little as £1 a month, you'll get exclusive perks and sneak peeks into episodes. And you'll be helping out to keep these journeys and episodes going. Thank you. Anyway, we're now approaching Shadwell, it seems, and the end of this journey. So, that's all from me today, and until next time, I bid you adieu.